Today we're going to start with reviewing some what's my balance. So we're going to go through one again together, and then you're going to have a couple practice ones on your own. We are also going to go through the different parts of a debit card, because when you go to Enterprise Village, you will be using a debit card in order to purchase your things, so you won't have to be writing a check at all of the stores like you did when Mrs. Hall went many, many years ago when I was in 5th grade, because we didn't have debit cards. And then we will be going through a price setting activity so that you guys can practice setting your prices in order for your businesses to make money or make a profit. We are going to begin today by doing another What's My Balance together, and then you're going to complete a few on your own. So we're going to do the same thing we did the other day. Read through our list in our scenario as we fill out the deposit ticket, the check, and the checkbook register. Okay, so it says use today's date and account number 083. So I'm going to go ahead and fill those in wherever those have openings. So go ahead and do this with me. While I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and put my name on the check. You go ahead and put yours on there. And here's my account number. Okay. And I can go ahead and add my name up here as well, and you will add yours to the deposit ticket. Okay, so we've done the first step. Your checking account balance was $25. So I'm going to come down here to my register and make my balance $25. You deposit your paycheck for $9 and receive $2 back in cash. Okay, so I'm going to be using my deposit slip and my register. So I'm going to deposit my paycheck, so check of $9, and I'm going to receive cash back of $2. Now, because I'm receiving cash back, I need to sign. Remember, it says sign if you're receiving cash back. So go ahead and sign your name. I'm going to check that one off. I need to add it to my register. So my date again is 1/17. Yours is whatever day you are doing this on. I'm going to write paycheck. We are depositing our net amount. So I'm just taking a look up here real quick to make sure we are not depositing anything else. If we're not, I can go ahead and find my net. So we are purchasing something, and that is it. So that's all we're going to be putting onto here. So I can find my net amount. So remember, my subtotal is everything from the top, which is just my check for $9. I am taking out $2, so I am depositing $7 into my checking account. Okay, so here is my deposit of $7. It's very, very important that you guys do a net deposit and not your subtotal. Because if I put that I was depositing $9, my checkbook would be off by $2. I would think I had $2 more than I really do. So you need to make sure you're doing your net deposit. So if you're taking cash out, you're taking that into account. Okay, so then I'm going to subtract $7. Oops, I'm sorry, not subtract. Add $7. I was talking about taking $2 out. Adding $7 to my checkbook. So now I have $32 in my checkbook. Okay, so then I purchased the latest Hip Hop Rockers CD at Zenith Music Store for $12.50. Okay, so I am using my check to purchase that. So remember, pay to the order is who we are writing the check to, which is Zenith Music Store. We are purchasing it for $12.50, so I'm writing it in numbers. Here is where I'm going to write it in words. So I'm going to write 12, and remember, our change is a fraction out of 100 cents. We have 50 cents out of 100. Okay, and for my 4, I'm just going to write a CD. And then, of course, we sign our name to our check. Okay? And then I need to add that down here. So remember, my number is my check number. So 19619. My date. Transaction is who we have written this check to, which is the Zenith Music Store. We have purchased something, so we paid for it, so it's going to be a payment of $12.50, and then I'm going to subtract $12.50, which leaves us $19.50 in our checking account. Okay, so I'm going to check this one off because we've done that one. It says use the deposit ticket, the check, and the check register to enter all transactions, which we have done. And our balance now is $19.50. Okay, so now you are going to complete the next few pages of what's my balance on your own. So you're going to do 19 and 20, 21 and 22, and 23 and 24. Alright, while you are at Enterprise Village, you will have a debit card, and that's what you will use to make your purchases after you get your paychecks. So I wanted to go over a couple of things that you will see on your debit cards. So where you see the number 1, that is called your debit card number. And every debit card, every credit card has this number on it. It's a unique, usually 16 digits number that is just for your card. There are no 2 card numbers that are the same. That's how when you go to, say, Target or CVS and you use your debit card or your credit card, that's how the little machine knows that it's your card that you are using, and then the bank or the credit card company then knows who to charge for that purchase. Okay, so every single card has that number on there. Then also every debit card or credit card has an expiration date. So you'll see that next to the number 2. Again, every card has an expiration date. That means it's only good up until that date. Okay, so for this example, you'll see it expires on 7/15. So that means that it expired in July of 2015. If mom and dad will let you, maybe ask them, say, hey, can I see your debit card? Can I see your credit card? And look for these things on there. You'll see the account number or the card number, and you will see the expiration. Okay, and it gives you the month and the year. And then if you look at the back side of the card, you have the signature bar, which is next to the number 3. That's where mom or dad, grandma, grandpa should have, hopefully, signed their card. Again, that's to kind of make sure that whoever is using that card and signing the receipt, that they have made that purchase, is the person who should be using that card. Okay, so that is a way for people at the stores or the restaurants to check to make sure that the person using that card and signing the receipts is the person that that card is issued to. Okay, because the signature should match, they should look the same. And then the last thing that you'll notice on it is a card verification value, and that you'll see right at the end of the signature bar next to that little number 4. It's 304. This number is on, again, debit cards and credit cards. So if you happen to order something off the computer, say you go to an online store and you want to buy something, you use your credit card or your debit card to pay for it, the sites will ask for this verification number. That again is just to kind of help match the card to the person that's supposed to be using it. Right, next we're going to be working on the business cost sheets. And these business cost sheets show you how much money it's going to take to run your business. Okay, remember your business is either Duke Energy or the Tampa Bay Buck Store. And you will get your real business cost sheets later on. But for right now, just to learn what it is we are doing, we're going to be using the one on page 25. So we're all going to work through this one together, just so we get an idea of how to do this once we get to our real business cost sheets. Okay, so in order for your business to make a profit, right, we know that's why businesses are around. They need to make money. The money that they make is called their profit. You have to make more money than what you owe. Okay, most businesses, all businesses, owe money to somebody, whether it's a bank because you borrowed money from the bank to either purchase your building, purchase supplies, purchase machines, okay? And then you owe just monthly bills, just like your parents do at home, right? You have to owe the power company and things like that to keep your business going from month to month. So those, we'll get to them in a minute, are your operating costs. The first business cost that we are going to look at is your salaries. Your salary is what you pay your employees, the people that work for you. Okay? So if you take a look up here, we have the different jobs that Jim's Printing Palace has. He has a manager, a financial officer, he has 2 graphic designers, and 2 sales associates. Okay? Then it tells us how much money they make. They either make $6, $5.50, or $5. Then it tells us how many pay periods. Okay, that's how many times you have to pay each person. So we have to take what that person makes, times it by all 3 pay periods, and that gives us their total salary. So go ahead and fill this in with me. So their manager makes $6 and they get paid 3 times. That means the manager gets $18. Okay? The financial officer makes $5.50. They also get paid 3 times. $5.50 times 3 is $16.50. The graphic designer gets paid $5. They also get paid 3 times. 5 times 3 is 15, so they get $15. Okay, go ahead and fill in the other ones because they also have $5 getting paid 3 times. So these last 4 jobs, they all get paid the same. Okay? So now we know what each person makes total, but we need to find out what do all of these people together make. So we need to add those together. And when we add all of those together, that is $94.50. If I've done that correctly in my head. Yes, $94.50. Okay. So now let's take a look at page 26. Page 26 shows us our operating costs. Okay, this is what it's going to cost just to keep our business up and going. Our mortgage, money you owe to the bank that you borrowed to buy your building or rent your business space, is $5. Utilities is $17, and it breaks it down for us. It tells us $5 goes to Verizon, approximately $8 goes to Duke Energy, $2 goes to the water company, and $2 goes to recycling. Okay, so all of those added up is $17 a month. Supplies, office supplies, is $5. Advertising is $15. Right? We have to advertise our business if we want people to come buy things. Professional services are $6. So these people, your CPA, which is your accountant, they help you figure out your money. Attorneys and government officials, these people help you run your business, keep your business running. So that's $6. Healthcare is $1. That's going to the doctor. Support for the arts, so that's a donation, which is $2. And equipment from Bright House Network, so computers, things like that, is $2. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and add up these costs to get our total operating costs. 5, 17, 5, 15, 6, 1, 2, and 2. So that's $53. Okay, so all of these added together is $53. So now it says down here our total business costs. It says salaries, so the amount we found up here on page 25, plus your operating costs. Enter this amount on the first check stub in your business checkbook. Entering it in your business checkbook, that will come when we get to Enterprise Village. Right now we're just going to enter it right here. So it's our salaries plus our operating costs. So our operating costs are $53. We're going to add our salaries to that, and that is $147.50. Okay. And then it says we have interest. Interest is when you borrow money from somebody. They're going to charge you a small percentage each month or each year to use that money, to use their money. Okay? So that's our interest. It's a little extra to these people for letting you borrow and use their money. So now to find the total amount we owe to the bank, we have to take our total business cost and add that $5 interest. So this comes out to $152.50. Okay. So that's how much we are going to owe to the bank. Now you might be thinking, how are we going to come up with that much money? Now remember, you are a business, so you're going to be selling things. That's how you're going to be getting your money to help pay all of your expenses, all of your operating costs. Okay? Now in order to do that, you have to set the prices for the things that you are selling. Okay? Price setting is very important at Enterprise Village because, like I just said, that's how you're going to make your money so that your business is able to pay their bills. Okay, now keep in mind, not all businesses are selling businesses. Like, for example, we have Duke Energy. Duke Energy doesn't necessarily sell items. They do sell you power, but they don't sell you items. So Duke Energy isn't going to have to necessarily price things, but this is always a good skill to have in case you ever need to use it in the future. Okay, so let's take a look at page 27 and 28 in our activity guides. It says, use the pricing guide below to price the items listed. Okay, this is your pricing guide over here on the left, and then the items are then listed in the middle section. Merchandise should never be priced lower than $1 or more than $11. Okay, and the guide kind of helps us with that. So if it has one of the at symbols, they're suggesting you price it between $1 and $4. If it has two of the at symbols, they're suggesting the price is somewhere between $5 and $7. Three at symbols, somewhere between $8 and $11. Okay? It says you may use 50-cent increments. So take a look down here. They have Alien Crayons. It has three at symbols. So they're saying we should price this somewhere between $8 and $11. If you decide you want to price this at $10.50, you can do that. Okay? You can't price it at $11.50, right? Because it said it shouldn't be more than $11. But it could be $8.50, $9.50, $10.50. Okay, hopefully you get the point. When you add the amount column, your total, okay, so this last column when we get over here, your total should be $40 to $60 over your bank loan. Okay, so if we flip back, remember our bank loan was $152.50. Okay, so when we add up our amount, it needs to be $40 to $60 more than this. So it needs to be somewhere between $192.50 and $212.50. Okay, so it's $40 to $60 more than that. That's how you're going to make your money. All right. And then it says, when you get to the end, if your total is not $40 to $60 over your bank loan, then you need to make some adjustments. So this step you won't be able to do until you get to the end to know if you're in that range or not. Okay? And then it just gives you the tip of stay within the ranges found on the pricing guide right over here. All right, so we're going to work through a couple of these together, and then you are going to finish this out on your own. So if we take a look at that first one, we have the Alien Crayons. Like we had mentioned earlier, this one has three at symbols, so it says it should be between $8 and $11. The quantity is telling you how many Alien Crayons you have. So I have three. I'm going to put each one at $10.50. Okay. Now I have three of these, so to find out how much the Alien Crayons would bring in, how much money it would bring in if people bought them, I'm going to do the multiplication of 3 times 10.5, and I get $31.50. Okay. So let's see, Enterprise Rulers. It's got one, so it's between $1 and $4. And I have 5 of them. Well, it's What's a ruler? I'm going to make the rulers $1. Okay, and I have 5 of them. 1 times 5. I sell them all. I make $5. Okay. So my next one down is a beach ball, like one of those blow up beach balls. It's got 2, so it should be sold between $5 and $7. And I have 4 of them. I'm going to say, $6. Okay, 4 times $6 will give me $24. Okay, you guys see how we're doing this? Now what I want you to do on your own is determine the price for the rest of these. Remember, there's no right or wrong. Add up how much total you would find. Then add up all of your amounts. And that's going to go here. Now remember, this has to be $40 to $60 over our bank loan. Okay, and our loan was $152.50. So this number has to be $40 to $60 more than this. So once you've figured out the other ones, and you may even need to go back and change mine, if this doesn't meet that rule, then you have to go back and adjust some of your prices. Okay, so if you are less than $40 over, then you need to go make some of your prices more expensive. If you are way over, or even a little bit over, if you're too high, you need to come in and you need to lower some of your prices. Okay, so you're going to work on that. So today you'll be submitting pages 19 to 24. Those were your What is my balance practice pages. And then you will be submitting page 28 after you have figured out what you should price everything, and then double check to make sure that your total amount is $40 to $60 more than our bank loan.